Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Ryan Rosenthal. It's been a while, but I'm here today because I want to try something new. I want to do a journal review. So I've been journaling probably like the last 5 years of my life. And what I did when I started off, it was very innocent. I just wanted to vent, wanted to write some goals down just for planning of the year. I started doing it around in December time, so it was perfect for January planning. And what I found was like 6 or 8 months later, I found most of the things that I had wrote down came true. So I started to do some research like, hey, what's going on here? Why are these things coming true? And what I learned was that journaling and the power of written word and writing down your goals have been around for hundreds of years. You see it in the Bible, write the vision plain, write the vision plain. You see it from Stoicism about the importance of it that it brings for your emotional intelligence and just being aware. So journaling has been major in my life, and I journal every single day. And over the last 5 years, I used maybe a dozen different journals: the Best Self Journal, the Panda Planner, the 5 Minute Journal is one of my favorites. But today, we're going to talk about my absolute favorite, and it's from the intelligentchange.com, and it's their productivity planner. Man. So let's just get into it. The outside cover, standard, leather, scratch proof, very durable, so you won't have any issues there. If a planner is being created, if they have a bad cover, then it's almost not usable at all, because you need to be able to move it around on your day-to-day grind. So the leather cover is getting it done here, but the inside is the typical dedication, why you should journal, reasons why you will love this journal, and one of my favorite reasons is it will get you into the flow. And that is exactly what it does, and that's why it's my favorite journal / planner. It gets you into the flow using a productivity hack called the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is simple. It's in 3 different steps. The first step is to identify the task that you're about to tackle. So maybe that task is create a marketing plan or marketing strategy for your new product. Bam, so that's the task. The next step is to set your timer for 25 minutes. 25 minutes on the clock or on your phone, or maybe you do have an old-fashioned timer. You set that timer, that's step 2. Third step is to go at it. Start the timer and start doing that task. And then you go through it, and then bam, that 25 minutes is over. The clock alarms, it rings, and you take a break. You take a 5-minute break right there. You go use the bathroom, you check your email, you check your phone, you check your messages, maybe talk to somebody, but you only take a 5-minute break, and then you go right back into working for another 25-minute intervals. And that's what the technique is basically a time technique for your daily task. It sounds simple, but it's studies that show that the average human attention span is 7 minutes. So in reality, when you're doing work, you're only good for 7 minutes, and then you're distracted. And it gets even worse when you think about your day as an 8-hour day or a 4-hour period or something like that, something that's stretched. So when you got that much time and then you're getting distracted every 7 minutes, you're really like cutting down into your day and your productivity. But with this journal, it helps you focus and get into that flow of working, and then still giving you enough time to break. For me, I just need probably a 2 to 5 minute break. And what I typically do is I typically check my phone or email, and then I go right back into it. With the journal, it breaks down daily the tasks that you're going to do. So the first section of the journal is called the most important task of the day. On the daily part, it's the most important task of the day. So you identify the thing that's the most important thing for you to get done. Most of the time is the most time consuming, or the most procrastinated, or something that adds the most value. From there, after the most important task, they break it down into secondary tasks, things that are also important but not as important. And then you got additional tasks. Additional tasks are tasks if you get done with the important stuff, then you move on to. Those are just additional things you can be knocking out during the day. And then you break down for notes and creative space, and then you got a productivity score. So they want you to score your day at the end. But the most important thing is the Pomodoro Technique that is laid out next to each task. So next to each task line, they have a target box, 5 bubbles, broken down into 25-minute intervals, and then you have an actual box. In that target box, if you say, hey, I'm gonna do a marketing plan today, it's gonna take me about 25 minutes. In that target box, you will put one meaning one interval of 25 minutes. And then you start to do that task and you say, oh shoot, it took me actually 50 minutes. It took me 2 intervals. So you shade in 2 bubbles that represent 25-minute intervals. And now you have 2 bubbles shaded, and then you write a 2 in the actual box. So your target box says 1, you actually took 2 bubbles, so you put a 2 down there, and it's a nice visual display just so you can reflect to see where you are and everything for that day. Because at the end of the day, you're still going to score yourself on a productivity score from a 1 to 10. But what I found out, my experience was that I was underestimating how much time each task would take for me. So, I would say, hey, it's going to take me 3 intervals, but it actually ended up taking me 5 intervals. And what the problem with that is that you start to overestimate what you can get done in a day, and you kind of lose momentum. So when you can actually see an actual reflection of where you're productive and how how much time really things take, you can really start to plan more accurately. And if you can plan more accurately, you can get things done better. So I love that part of it. So now, I could make a list of 10, and I used to make a list of 10 things to do in a day, but I usually do 4 to 5 things. And most of the time I'm getting those things done at the estimated target. So that's perfect. So that means that I'm planning my day perfect now, accurately. When I started off, my productivity score was around a 4 or 3 each day. And as I got better accurately doing things every day, I started to average around an 8 or a 9. So, this has just really turned my productivity around. It's just a wonderful technique. If you have many tasks that you have to do each day. So my 9 to 5 job, I'm an accounting manager, so I'm super busy doing those things. So I'm writing tasks down for that. And then I'll also do real estate, part-time investing and sales. And then also I just created a journal of myself called the Hustle Journal. You can find that at thehustlejournal.co.co. So it's very important for me to have my tasks laid out and understand where I'm spending my time. But when you're doing that Pomodoro technique and you're going full steam, full speed ahead at 25 minutes, doesn't really leave space for you to get distracted every 7 minutes. And that's where it really takes an effect physically in your day. If I'm thinking about something in a 2-hour interval, hey, I got 2 hours to get this done, I'm gonna get distracted 5-6 times. But if I'm thinking about it in a 25-minute focus type interval, I'm saying, hey, I only got 25 minutes to do what I need to do here. I can't waste 30 seconds or a minute doing something else. I'm not getting distracted after 7 minutes. I'm full steam ahead. And then once you get that break after the 25 minutes, that's all you really need. I need 2 minutes and run to the bathroom, and I'm coming back and I'm jumping right back in. I find myself in a terrific flow, a rhythm. Sometimes I feel like I'm on fire on the basketball court, But great journal or planner, whatever you want to call it. So it also has some other features. They do have weekly planning where you get a chance to identify your 5 most important tasks, your next 5 secondary tasks or additional tasks. So it's a running list of 15 when you begin the week. And then you also make a commitment. Hey, I'm going to do this to make sure that my week is productive. So I like that. The weekly planning is nice. And then at the end of each week, you have a weekly review. This is also one of my favorite parts. You get to write down what were your weekly wins. What did you do pretty well this week? What tasks didn't you complete this week that you need to roll over to next week? And then what have you learned? And then what actions or commitments are you going to take to make sure that your next week is as productive as you need it to be? So, you're really holding yourself accountable throughout this journal. Before the week, during the week, at the end of the week, you're scoring yourself, you're grading yourself. And what I would suggest is just be truthful. Like this, when you're being truthful and honest, you're leaving space for tremendous growth and improvement. And that's just been my experience with the journal. So again, my favorite planner / journal is the IntelligentChange.com's productivity planner. You can go to the Intelligent Chain. It's not expensive. I believe it's $22.95. I've been using it for about a year now. Terrific planner. I would love if you guys gave me some feedback. Let me know if I talk too slow, talk too fast. just any kind of feedback would be great. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what your favorite planners or journals are out there. Again, mine's is probably, this is definitely my favorite planner. I like the 5-minute journal, and then I love my journal, of course. You can find it at thehustlejournal.co. Me and my partners did, we planned that for probably about 1.5 years. So we put a lot of time and sweat equity into it. Would love to hear from you guys. Again, thank you, and I appreciate you for listening and watching.